Hello, everyone. This is Empress J, and welcome to Sacred Conversations. Okay, what's poppin', everybody? I hope that everybody woke up feeling healthy, wealthy, beautiful, wonderful, all the things that you need to feel, handsome, everything. You know what I'm saying? Walking the right way. I just came on to do the job. You feel me? That's what I heard. In this time that it's very important that like with the next eclipse it's going to be in Pisces, and I don't know exactly what day. Go find out, figure it out. Just this is what I got. Make sure that you understand, you're getting ready to be able to understand your emotions more and the emotions of other people. Make sure you're paying attention to the signs and the symbols around you, because that's the guidance, okay? Because that's how spirit speaks. That's how our ancestors talk to us. You ask a question internally and they answer it externally, and vice versa. The more those things happen, the more you must thank them for it and acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? So that more of that can happen. I mean, got the cards, you feel me? Just for some extra, added assistance. And thank you to Spirit in advance for all the assistance. Thank you to everybody who has liked, shared, commented, subscribed, viewed my joints. Okay, thank you. So blessed may you be. And I am much blessed for you being here, listening to my voice and being a part of the vibe, okay? And a part of our metaverse over here. Being a part of what we're becoming, okay? If you're here, we're becoming the same, similar. We are on the same path. And I thank you for your every day waking up, doing your job, learning what that means, and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just doing the damn thing. You feel me? So, in advance, thank you. So, if you're new here, hey, I'm MJ. What's poppin'? Okay, we gonna get into some messages. We gonna always keep it G around here. 100,000%. And I love you. I'm always sending you love, hugs, and thank you for finding, well, Spirit will send what's needed when it's needed. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So welcome to class. I appreciate you being on time. And, make sure you got your notebook for your journal prompts. Make sure you always have a notebook when you're prompting on one of my videos, and a pen. Don't be like, and I got a good message and didn't write it down. Tried to start the video and everything to get right into it, and I lost it that quick. So with that being said, I guess that was part of the message. Make sure that you have a notebook and a pen everywhere you go. There's small ones for your book bag, for your little purse, your pocket. There's all different sizes. Make sure you have some paper and pens available at the ready all the time for messages that come. Everything is a part of the alignment for the assignment. Everything happens for a reason. Do not ever be discouraged for anything that happens along the journey. It is all meant for you to flourish, okay? It's never for your detriment. Watch how you looking at things. Watch your mental. You are in control. You're the conductor. Conduct correctly. If you don't know the path, sit with that. You are not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know the next step until the next step is ready. What you're supposed to know is that, like, everything about your train, everything about how fast your train goes, everything about how new your tire, your wheels are, like everything that is a part of the makeup of your system, you need to be sure of. You need to be online with everything. Like, everything needs to be in tip-top shape. You need to know how everything works, and being prepared always brings confidence. when the journey is like, when the path shows itself, you're good, you're confident, you know that, you know what I'm saying? You just did everything, like you just serviced your system, everything is working properly. It's always getting its updates, its upgrades. The self, if you following me, just self being the system, okay? And what you have on the inside, how you moving, how you grooving with everything that's happening. Have we built our system of the knowing with the growing, okay? The understanding of every experience not happening to us before us to become our best self. We don't have to keep telling ourselves that once we know it. Once we've grown on that, like that's a part of the makeup now. Okay, that's the foundation. So no matter what comes through, I'm good. Like, got it 1,000,000,000 gazillion% around here. As long as I have a blueprint to my system and I know how my shit is being updated, then when the system is like up to date, then I can always know like, okay, I could tap into this, I could tap into that, because I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for everything. And when I'm not ready, I will go back and prepare. And I pay attention to the signs and symbols from spirit when whatever is needed. There's always going to be time for a retreat. There's always going to be time for system repair. And there's always going to be time to go out and show off the repairs. Okay, be not afraid for that time. Like, the silence doesn't last forever. Like, if you've come out of the moments of quiet, like if it's time and it's about to be the season of being outside, and if you spiritual, you know what I'm saying, it's about to go into fall and winter. So put your good coat on with your fur and everything. It's something about the winter time and the cool crisp air, okay? And the summer is over. You know what I'm saying? We moving forward, and quickly, and with haste. So be prepared. Get prepared for the winter. Let's start getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Okay, spirit. I didn't even ask no question. Please give us any messages you would like to give us for any questions we may have. Okay, there we go. All right. Nothing new. This ain't nothing new. We not embarking on a new journey. It's the continuance of what we've already been doing, because we're moving forward with the correct thoughts, the correct mindset, the correct understanding of what was happening when we were here. Remember when all that was happening, when we was feeling like constantly harmed and sleeping on the dagger, dreaming about the daggers, feeling them everywhere we go, because you have to feel. We've had to feel like, you know, the worst of it to get the best of it. You know what I'm saying? So now we at this point where it's like nothing is harming us no more. We not in that negative energy of pain, not sleeping with it. It's all that part is over. Okay, the worst is over. Okay, but this is not the beginning of anything. This is a continuance. Okay, this is a continuance. Just moving forward. Anything else, spirit? Excuse me. The energy that you need to proceed is already within you. Like, spirit has already bestowed upon you all the great energy of love, right? The energy of compassion and the energy of resistance to evil. That's what I heard. Like, resistance, because evil is not a person. Evil is not a demon only. Like, you know how people be like, oh, they got demons. Evil is also associated with the way that we react. Like, because there'll be things that people say and do that bring upon the negative energy that could be actually like more detrimental to you than anything else, right? So even like if we were the type of people to go against the grain within the self, like do things that you know good and well you shouldn't be doing, lie, steal, cheating, it causes fragments to the system, fragments to the armor, and you start to leak your goodness, who you are. Your blessings start to fade, and you start to have more drama, and you ain't in no shade. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no shade for the rain. Dang. That all right. Thank you, Spirit. I love God. I love our Creator. I love my ancestors. I love my spirit guides, my angels, my orishas. Everything. And I hope that you're working with your system well. Apparently you are. But make sure, like, you know, yeah, heed the messages. Yeah. Heed the messages that are coming from Spirit. Like, you get in your own messages, just tap into that. And if you're not tapped in, like, it's really not hard. Like, everybody really does get assistance. And it's just that you don't know that that's what it is, because like I said before, Spirit uses signs and symbols to talk to us, but it causes you to have a different kind of intelligence, a different type of sight, okay? And it is built inside of all of us. Each one of us is connected to a different bloodline, which is connected to different, that have different gifts automatically. However, everyone's gifts are beautiful, and everyone's gifts are just needed, right? That's why we have them. But it's a gift. You have to earn said gift. Like, it is a given that it's yours, right? But in order to use it to its greatest capacity, there are things that you must do. I'm getting all types of confirmations. There's things you must do to earn more of it, right? To be able to use more of it, you have to use more of it. Like, you have to acknowledge it once you start seeing that you're able to do things differently, like whatever your gift is. Like with me, I have many, right? But the main one is my clairvoyance and be on so deep on point. Like, I must trust every first thought that I have when I'm sound of mind. Every first thought with everything that happens throughout the day. Every first thought must be respected by being like used. Like, if something automatically, when I was thinking about, oh, should I do this or that, and my first thought was no, and then no, that's not, whatever the reasoning was behind it was enough and was sufficient. And even if I don't get reasoning behind it, if that's what it was, the first thought, the first mind, then it's a no. Okay. And then I always will get understanding later as to why it was a no. You feel what I'm saying? You don't need to know why. You just need to go. Like, whatever is being told to you, you got to do it. Like, because then, like, you start to trust. The more you trust your gifts by honoring them, by using them, by doing what they say to do or not to do, right? The more they grow, and the more you earn, like, the more of them. And then you they start to connect with your other gifts, and then you start, it just is this beautiful marriage, okay? But you got to start the courtship. So it starts with the courtship when you start to, like, you know, when you find that person, you finally see them, or you meet them through whatever area, however you meet them. It's the same with your gifts. It's like, what is that? Like, okay, I like that person. Yeah, might be something. It's the same with your gift. Once you recognize that, you know, you thought about something and it told you not to do it, and you didn't do it, it's like, and it worked out, or you did it like right at that moment, or you said that thing like at that moment, changed the game for you. It'd be that one thing. That's why it's so important to heal through your shit and move through it, and not have no snakes or fakes around you, and be in control of your your ship completely, controlling, being the best conductor that you can, so that you are on point for the blessings that come from being the best conductor you can be. The more you grow, the more you know, the more you have inside. It's an automatic, the inside starts to reflect on the outside. Like your life, everything about you just looks just like what you have on the inside. You can see, like the last video, you don't show the work. Like, remember in school when we was doing long division? That shit took a while and it was grueling. You know what I'm saying? You almost lost some hair and shit because it was like sometimes long division and deep ass math problems. Like when you get to like, you know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, you know, algebra and beyond, calculus and all that. When you gotta show the work, and that work could be pages sometimes, and it looks crazy, but the end result is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the same thing with us and our lives and what we're going through right now. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you're doing the work and you showing your work. Like, you don't always show the work though, right? You have a page that only most times you see, and then you give the final draft at the end. You just, like, you know what I'm saying? So you only really show the work to those who can understand the work when it's asked for. But you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all get it. If you get it, you get it. But in the end, you show the result. Like, you know, people don't see our work, but they see the result of it. But you know what happened, and you know how you got there. And because you know how you got there, when you show the work to yourself, you got it written down. Like, you know, that's why the notebook and the paper and the pen is so important all the time. I have so many right here. That's why I was like kicking myself that I didn't write that down, but message to self, write everything down. Okay, that's why I'm giving the message. I guess that's what it was all about. Make sure you're writing everything down, keeping your notebook, writing down the steps that you're figuring out. That's how you can get that to your children. That's how you don't forget them, because they become a part of you. They become the best of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, it's just, stuff just ain't the same. Nothing is the same. Yeah. Oh my goodness. King and Queen of Wands. 4 of Wands. No, that's the 5. No, that's the 4. The 4 of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Empress. Nothing but beautiful things coming. Wheel of Fortune. The 3 of Wands, and we already had the 4. The Ace of Pentacles. Wait, didn't we have another Ace? I swear we had another Ace. Yeah, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like your person, King and Queen of Swords, living fully in your energy. King of Pentacles, the Lovers of all things, the High Priestess. The only way that you lose this, that you lose your glory, that you lose everything that you built, right? Where it becomes, it don't go anywhere from here. Like, this is as far as you go, is if you continue to fight. All you need to know is how you got here as far as the steps. You will never forget. Your body has muscle memory. It will never forget what it took to get here. But it's never meant for us to look like what we've been through. You have to continue to use it as fuel. Nothing is meant to be painful, right? It's all in how you look at it. It's all in how you take it. Like, if you just let it bounce off of you and you get everything that's mentally available in that lesson, and you allow that to help you grow, then you become the most beautiful flower. And nothing comes and hurts you, because it's only fertilizer. Everything becomes fertilizer, right? But you don't allow it to affect you in a way of making you feel like or becoming less. Everything comes to make you more. Everything. everything, 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 everything. And if you move that way, like, okay, nothing affects the soul like that. You hurt, if you like, the hurt that comes through after the major healing is not like, when things happen, this, if it's not like anything that is meant to be painful, it's not painful. Like, we allow the things to be painful off of how we look at it and how we allow it to affect us. But if we're looking at it like it was just another thing that happened, then it lost its hold. It lost its like it ain't shit. Like, okay, so that happened, all right, like whatever, like, and I'm still here. How about that?